Hey JamRock Islanders, thank you for joining me for another video. I'm so excited and happy to be with you today. I'm so sorry that I've been out for such a long time, but it was just a transition at work. But I'm back with you now, and let's get started. Today I will be giving you my experience on night shifts, because I only do night shifts. The differences in Jamaica night and the differences in USA night. Now, these experiences, as I said, is specific to me and my coworkers that I've worked with, international nurses. And some people may have a different perspective wherever they go, but as I said, these experiences are similar for me and other persons that I've worked with and other persons that I've spoken to. Okay, so different states, different thing, but similar in most parts and differences in others. Okay, just remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, JamRock Island Nurse. And put a comment below. Let me know what's going on. Remember, towards the end of the video, I will be giving you my 360 buzz, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. As I said before, I will be talking about my experiences on night shift in USA versus night shift in Jamaica. So let's get started. The first one, when I came here, I realized that there were lights flashing everywhere above a room and there was noise going off, and I was like, what's that? So in Jamaica, we don't have a call light system or a call bell. You only hear the patient say, nurse, I need something, nurse. Or if you're passing the bed, the patient will say, nurse, I need something. In the US, whether it is 10 p.m. in the night or 1 a.m. in the morning, the call light will be going off. There is a buzzer that they have, a call bell that they have that they press for the nurse, and it will be going off 24/7, like all the time, for whatever reason. So it was a bit different for me because every room has a call light. It's not one open area like what we have in Jamaica most times, that beds are beside each other. It's one open area. It's different rooms, 2 people to a room, sometimes 1, and so each room has a call light above it, and so it will be going off. So that was a different thing for me. Another thing, in addition to the call lights, was that in Jamaica on night shifts, everybody's sleeping by 10 o'clock. Yeah, by 10 p.m. after you give the 10 p.m. meds, that's it. Lights are off, the ward are off, so people can sleep. But here in the US on night shifts, people are up every hour. Like, people hardly sleep. I'm like, these people, I wish I could be sleeping in my bed. You guys have a bed and I know you guys are sick, but please go to bed. No, they're not. They are up, calling you every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes. The call lights are going off. So that's it. We have a call light system in the US. In Jamaica, we don't have one. We just holler nurse. The next thing is what the patients are calling for. In Jamaica, there's nothing that the patient is called for except for medication or sometimes a drink of water. Jamaican patients bring their food, their snacks, whatever they need to the bedside. Their relatives will bring food for them and they will have it. In the US, there is a snack thing for the patients, and it's called a nutrition room, where they have ice water, they have Sprite, they have Coca-Cola, they have pudding, applesauce, graham crackers, ice cream, you name it. The hospital has it to an extent. So the patients will be calling for they want a sandwich, a turkey sandwich, or they want ice cream, or they want water, or it was a bit shocking for me because in Jamaica we don't have that. Patients don't call for those things except for water. Patient, bring those things. But in the US, night or day, they are gonna call and I'm telling you, on night shifts they call for everything also. Don't think that they're sleeping. They're not. They're gonna call for ice cream anytime and anything they want. They ask for it. As long as you have it, you give it to them. All right. Another thing is for break. In Jamaica, on night shifts, we get like 2 hours break. If I'm not wrong, where I was, I think we get 2 hours break for nights. In the US, on night shifts, you get half an hour. Yeah, it doesn't. Where I was, it doesn't. Most places, half hour break. That's it. So you just have to hurry up and eat your food and get back to work. And even on your break, people are calling you. I hate that. Even on my break, I cannot get a half hour break sometimes because people are calling you to do different things for the patients, even when it's not emergency. I mean, come on, I'm having my break here. There are other nurses on the floor. Call them. But no, they call you, and so you get half hour break. So in Jamaica, night shifts 2 hours, USA half hour. Any shift half hour. Just remember that. Also, another thing is that when you're taking your break on night shifts in Jamaica, there is nowhere that is open. There is no cafeteria. You better have to carry your food if you want to take a break and eat. In the US, there is a cafeteria that you can go to that is open and you can buy whatever you need, whether it's hot food or snack, or they have vending machines. In the hospital that I was in Jamaica, we had no vending machines, and I don't remember of any of my colleagues anywhere saying that they have a vending machine. If they do, praise God. But for most part, we didn't. In the US, you have a vending machine that you can go and get your snacks from, or as I said, there's a cafeteria. So that was a big difference for me on night shift. Or they call out in the night for places to bring food for them, and they would go downstairs and collect it. In Jamaica, everything closed after 8. After 9 p.m., everything closed. You cannot ask nobody to order any food and bring it for you. That doesn't work. So it was a big difference in getting food on night shifts. Another thing is when the shift starts. So we do 8-hour shifts. I did 8-hour shifts in Jamaica. I realize now my cousin is telling me that she's doing 12 hours, but for most parts it's 8 hours. So on night shifts start 10 p.m. in Jamaica to 7 a.m. in the morning. In the US, night shift starts 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Or if you're coming to do a 8-hour shift, which is for persons who are doing 40 hours, which I rarely find, people come in 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. So it was like, okay, 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours. I got this. So 12-hour shifts in the US, 8-hour shifts in Jamaica. Unless and only time you can do 16 hours, and it's not a must unless you stay 4 hours extra in the morning shift. If there's a nurse that didn't come, or they tell you that you need to stay over 4 hours until they get somebody to fill the spot, that's the only time you do 16 hours. But yeah, 10 p.m. in the night is Jamaica to 7 a.m. in the morning, and US is 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. So it was something that I had to adjust to. It's something that you can do, but it's gonna take a while for you to adjust to. But don't worry, you got this. You can do this. If I can do it, trust me, you can too. And I've never done morning shifts, only night shifts. So I'm a night owl, night nurse. Yeah, night shifts. The last thing that I want to talk about is conversations. Now, when we're in Jamaica, we talk. We have our nursing station, yes, and we talk conversations. But the big thing is what we talk about. So in Jamaica, we talk about food, and some people talk about going to the party, or we talk about church. We are allowed to talk about church. We can talk about singing. We can talk about anything with church. In the US, I don't hear people talking about churches, and if they do talk about church or religion, it's rare. It's rare, unless it is. I know I will deal with another Jamaican on night shifts, and we will talk about church if we are the other person is a church person. But you don't find, it's not a popular thing for people to talk about religion. What they talk about is they talk about their personal life, which makes me so uncomfortable, because I am not used to people just talking open about their relationship, what they did last night. What it is annoying sometimes. I don't like it, but that's the conversation. They talk about sex, they talk about their personal business, they talk about everything else. Again, in Jamaica, we talk about food, we talk about what we're gonna cook. Ackee and saltfish, curry goat. I miss my curry goat. But they don't talk about those things. And even if they're talking about food, it's not food that I know or food that I'm ever interested in. So the conversations, just gear your mind. The conversations are going to be different because it's a different culture. But trust me, sometimes I just have to do my work and tune out whatever is going on around me, because sometimes I'm uncomfortable, sometimes I'm not really interested, because I am shocked, I'm amazed at some of the conversations that happen on night shifts with nurses and care partners, or we call them PCAs in Jamaica. It's different. So the conversations are different. So basically those are some of the things that I can come up with right now with the differences in night shift in Jamaica, differences in night shift in the US. I hope that it has opened your eyes to certain things, to know that when you get here, or even if you're already here and you start working here, those are the things that happen sometimes. Those are the things that I experience. If you would like, you can leave a comment below by telling me what you experience on night shift, or even if you do day shifts, what you experience that's different from what you already know. Okay, I will gladly appreciate your comments. So we are gonna go to our 360 buzz right now. So for our 360 buzz today, so we all as nurses have experienced or dementia patients, or patients who are not oriented to time, place, not even person sometimes. So this week we're gonna talk about what are some of the strange things that your mental patient, your dementia patients say to you. And with all respect, I respect all my dementia patients, but sometimes they say some things that you're like, or they crack you up. I will never make fun of them or anything like that. So 2 things that happened to me that was very strange. One, I was helping a nurse change her dementia patient. Well, he wasn't demented, he just wasn't oriented to what's going on. He was confused. And after we changed him, he turned to me and said, "What drink you would want? What kind of drink you want? Order any drink you want." I'm like, "Sir, we're in the hospital. You know where you are? What's your name? What's your date of birth? I'm buying you a drink, man. I'm paying for it. Pay." And he started naming, "I don't drink alcohol." So the nurse has to be telling me that those were alcoholic drink. He was like, "Yeah, man, just order anything around, and I will pay for it for you." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Alright, I guess I'll be the bar now, not in a hospital room." That was very funny. I'm like, okay. Trust me, I had a laugh that night, and it was refreshing. Another one was, I was dealing with a patient, and she woke up and she said to me, "Am I dead yet?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Am I dead yet?" I'm like, "No, miss, you are still alive and you were not dead." you were standing around and I was orientating her to where she was. She's like, oh, okay, all right. And then she started having a normal conversation. I'm like, what just happened? So yeah, sometimes our demented patients or confused patients will say some crazy things and you have to wonder, but you know, they're demented, they're gonna say things. We still respect them, we still laugh with them, we still talk to them, but sometimes they crack you up. So yeah, that's for our 360 Buzz. If you would like to share your experience in the comments below, what you experienced, some strange thing that your demented or confused patient said to you, I would welcome it. As long as they're respectful, we would all like to hear, because as nurses, we go through some hard times at work, and sometimes our patients cheer us up. So yeah, cheer us up. Somebody might be having a bad night and coming on here and they just find something to smile about. So that is our video today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope that you will come back again. Just remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm your island nurse saying